like to welcome everybody here. I wish I knew what year this is as far as how many of these we've had. Okay, thank you. To the 48th annual Berezay Reunion. It'll be a while. I guess somehow this became my assignment to welcome you here. I asked my mother why she wasn't doing it, and she said, that's why I had you. And I said, it's amazing that she knew that 40 years ago. You're really mucking up my introduction. Yeah. I always like to have thunder in the background. And I would this time like to, these are my roadies. You know, every famous act has to travel with a crew. Are you about done? Are we done? It's my pleasure to introduce our MC for tonight. And so it's my pleasure to introduce to you the former hairstylist of Yul Brynner and Telly Savalas. Your friend and my uncle, Dean Berezay.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. I'd like to get into some people's, like the dentists do, you know. They get into people's mouths. Lawyers get into your pocketbook. And now you're telling me I'm getting into people's hair. That just don't let me get your goat here tonight. Can you hear that okay now? Too loud? Around here and I see all of these nice facilities. Not only this one that keeps the rain off in this, and this one that puts it on you and takes it away from you. But look at all the trees here in this beauty in this great land of America. And the campers and trailers. When this started 48 years ago, it happened on the border south of the home where we were raised at Whiskey Gap. And at that time, we had some Democrats. Lloyd and Grace had a Democrat. And so did, you don't remember that, do you? You're not as old as me. Jack and Pearl and the others that was there, and we had a pickup. And we stretched a rope out and put a canvas over the top. And all of you that were there on that first occasion, Vern and Irene were there, right? Because we've got some pictures, and we're going to put that into Grandpa's book that we're writing. This first one in 1947. And anyway, as I look at how you've progressed, some of you have doubled up, some of you have tripled up, some of you are doubled up, some of you, your hair is growing way on the sides of your head now. I've been able to keep mine. It's like Jake's bird, a native boy that I was raised next to in Montana used to say. He said to his Aunt Grace Haggard, he said, well, you know that Berezay boy? Well, she said, which one? There's 7 of them. Well, that one with the wrinkles in his hair. Well, you see, I still got those wrinkles in my hair. But they're moving down onto the other parts, you see. But anyway, to start out here tonight, we are going to call on Glenn's family. And we'll have them. That's the way we do. We start at the top and go down. It lives down in Macomb. It was a girl's name. Now if you bump somebody's fender, you hear Sue. Another thing, you got quite a congregation here. And I want you all to know that most folks go to church 3 times in their life. When they're hatched, when they're matched, and when they're dispatched. Well, while they're getting ready, you all want to know that I've been in the livestock business pretty near all my life. And in Canada, you have to be bilingual. You either got, excuse me, you either got to talk like Christian, you know? Yeah, like he come to Calgary the other day, you know that. But you notice they couldn't get onto him, what happened? He brought that old brown one, you know, that somebody gave him down in Mountain and probably made him Quebec. But anyway, on the hills now this time of the year, you see these fellas standing up there. They're kind of proud, you know. And down in the valley, you see these other things that are grazing. And so, there's not too many of you that have ever interpreted and knew how livestock talk. But they talk. And translated into English, this is what it is. I'm just crazy about you. I'm just crazy about you. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. And down in the valley, they say, what for? What for? What for? You know, I'm just crazy about you. Okay, if it wasn't for this language, not only in people, regardless of what language they talk, also in the animals, there wouldn't be a group of people here at the Berezay Reunion. Am I right, Ken? That is the way that the God of heaven intended it to be. So now, you can go home and say that you're trilingual. Okay, girls. They're making above average meat. And every once in a while I get out there to Hollywood, you know, and I met one of them big MCA record executives. And he said, Dean, he said, I sure would like to go bird hunting. I said, what kind of birds? He says, quail. Well, I says, there's the best quail hunting in the world out at Uncle Berezay Ledbetter's farm in Macomb, Mississippi. So we made a date. He come in on the big jet into Jackson, Mississippi. I met him there. He got off the plane. He was dressed in his hunting clothes. Looked like little Lloyd Fauntleroy. And we got in my car and drove up Route 66 to Uncle Berezay Ledbetter's farm. And so I said, sir, just wait here. I'll go in and tell Uncle Berezay that we'll be hunting on his land. So I goes in and, oh, God bless you, Dean. Uncle Berezay just glad to see me. And so we had a nice visit, and I asked him, oh, said, there's 8 coveys of birds between here and the road. He said, you and your friend just shoot as many of them you want, and that'll be fine. I got just about to the door, and he said, Dean, old Ella mule got 30 good cotton crops out of her, and she's dying. Veterinarians out here yesterday and said that she's suffering, and I couldn't let him put her to sleep yesterday. Would you shoot her for me, Dean? Well, I said, if she's suffering and she's dying, I'll shoot her for you, Uncle Berezay. Well, you go ahead and shoot her, and me and the boys, and you go do your hunting, and me and the boys will take care of her this evening. So on the way back to the car, I thought I'm going to have some fun with this city dude. So I gets out there, and I smashes my fist down on the dashboard, and I said, after all the things I've done for that old rascal, he said I can't hunt on his farm. I scratched out of there, throwed gravel up against the side of his house, down the road. About 300 yards, there's old Della Gracie. I threw on the brakes, I jerked the door up and pulled out my shotgun. Boom, boom, down old Della went graveyard dead. I looked around to see what that city dude thought, and I heard boom, boom, boom. I said, what are you doing, fella? He says, Dean, that old fella upset you so bad, I just shot 3 of his cows.